my goodness, hello, welcome back to the Godlywood Girl vlog channel. There we go. My name is Stephanie Rodnez. I am a Christian romance novelist. I love introducing myself that way, and in these vlogs I basically write and do book reviews. I'm an entrepreneur. I run my business Godlywood Girl full-time, so you're gonna see a lot of entrepreneurship stuff too, and that's kind of what we're working on today. So if you saw my last vlog, then you know, praise God, I finished writing the first draft of Destined, my 4th romance novel. And I am putting that draft down for 2 weeks. Not allowed to work on it. So in the meantime, I have accidentally overloaded myself with stuff to do, and I feel very overwhelmed. It's the month of November. I'm trying to knock out 30 projects in literally 1 month, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in the name of Jesus. So Stephanie, editing Stephanie, write down what we're about to say because we need to update our Q4 goal wall. There's a lot going on. So first things first, AI, praise God, has pretty much caught up with a lot of traditional movie making techniques, including like your camera shots, pan left, zoom in, tracking shots, dolly shots. AI with 11 Labs has now caught up with multiple voices, narrators, scene direction, all of it. Like basically a director's dream for how to have an actor say a specific piece of dialogue. Spot on. And these updates all came about in the last few weeks. So I am officially going to try to create Purpose the movie in AI. I'm gonna try it. The movie is gonna be about 100 minutes long according to how I have the screenplay currently. So one of the first things we're gonna be working on is adapting the novel back into screenplay format. If you've been around here since 2021, you may remember that I originally wrote Purpose as a screenplay. And then in 2023, I adapted it as a screenplay into a novel, not 2023, sorry, 2024. And then I spent the last year pretty much perfecting it. And now I'm turning it into an audiobook. So now that that audiobook is done, not the audiobook is done, the novel is done, I need to take it back into screenplay format so that I can actually produce the movie. So that's what we'll be writing today. I'm trying to knock out Purpose. The novel is like 66 scenes, and traditionally in a screenplay, you're aiming for about 60 scenes, typically like 120 pages. So I don't have that much I have to cut out of the actual movie, so I'm just gonna try to create the whole entire novel as a screenplay. So I'm thinking if I write 10 scenes a day, then we can get this done in a week. So that's one November goal, is to get the Purpose the novel screenplay done. So we'll be working on that. At the same time, I am still editing the audiobook. I'm on chapter 6. I'm trying my hardest to get through this edit. Fun fact, I am a filmmaker. I went to film school. I produced 3 movies. I love filmmaking. I hate audio editing. I love video editing. I hate audio editing. So this has been a very excruciating process, getting this edit done. This should have been done 2 months ago. I keep finding every excuse in the book not to do this edit, and that's why it's taking so long. So now I'm just forcing myself, I'm trying to force myself to edit 10 minutes a day. So we're gonna edit 10 minutes of Purpose the audiobook. Also, I have officially set the launch date for the Godlywood Girl Book Club. It's going to be an app where we get together, we get on Zoom, we get right in the feed, because it's gonna be an actual feed where we can post our videos and talk about books that we're reading together. And I need to get my books, my romance novels that I've written, uploaded and available in the app. So I've officially started that process with my first romance novel called Young Christian Love. 11 Labs makes this so amazingly fun and creative, and I'm obsessed with this technology. I'm gonna be working on trying to see if I can become an affiliate for 11 Labs. We'll talk more about that later, but I want to teach this. I want every single author to turn their books into audiobooks because 11 Labs makes it so simple. As long as you know like the little tips and tricks, because it did take me a lot to figure out how to actually make this work. You guys know I've been working on this thing since like March or April, and it's November and I'm just now mastering it. So it does take a lot of little adjustments here and there, but once you make those adjustments, it is extraordinary. So I've already started with Young Christian Love, the novel, getting that into audiobook format. The novel's already written. I wrote it in 2012. So I'm just literally taking my manuscript, putting it in, making those little adjustments, and generating this audiobook. So today, we want to get done the prologue in chapter 1. And then crazy as it sounds, I want to launch, I have an idea for a new show that I could put on YouTube, on my main YouTube channel. And basically it's like reaction videos to Amazon KDP authors sharing how much they got paid for the month. I just want to like show people how much more money you can make as an author if you don't sell on Amazon KDP. And my main YouTube channel is, that's all I talk about, is like, get off Amazon KDP. I got off Amazon KDP years ago, and I truly believe that's one of the #1 reasons why I'm able to be a full-time author now, is because I don't rely on KDP's low 50% royalty rates that they pay for something they didn't even write it. So that's an idea I have. So I did a tester like 3 days ago with a mini recording. So today I want to record the pilot episode. I'm not positive what I want the show to look like yet. I don't love, like, you know, my set, my background here, but done is better than perfect. So I just want to record the first episode just to see what it's like. I don't have to post it on YouTube, you know what I mean? If I hate it, I don't have to post it, but I'm not gonna know until I try. So we're gonna do that. And then last but not least, I'm finally diving into producing my Q1 for 2026 content. So I like to batch create content. That's kind of like why you guys never see me trying to hustle to post. I usually have all my content done 3 months in advance. Praise Jesus. And it's just because of the situation that we're in. If you've been following a long time, you know that my son is medically complex, and there's just no guarantee that I'll be able to work every single day. So it's easier just to get 3 months done, and that way content is going out and I don't have to worry about it no matter what's going on in our household. So I need to start filming Q1. So today I want to record episode 2 of my new podcast called The Profitable Author Show. I set it up, I think, 4 vlogs ago. So episode 1's already done. So yesterday I wrote the scripts for episode 2 and 3. So today I want to record episode 2, tomorrow episode 3. And every day just record an episode until the first 12 weeks of next year are done. So 12 episodes, obviously. So we're going to record episode 2. And finally, in this vlog, I want to do some book reviews of some extraordinary stuff that I read this week. I finished The Fourth Wing in 1 day. I stayed up until 4:30 in the morning. And just for reference, I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get my son from my husband every single morning. I didn't even go to sleep. 7:30 p.m., I went upstairs, grabbed the book, opened it, and started reading it. I didn't finish it until 4:30. So I went downstairs at 3 a.m., got my son, absolutely exhausted, came back upstairs, and finished the book. Like, I can't wait to talk to you about this. And then I also read Faithful. Thank you to my girl for recommending Kim Cash Tate. I'm gonna spoil the heck out of this though. So if you haven't read it yet, I'll put a timestamp up of where to skip to, because I'm gonna be doing spoilers. So let's get started with pretty much the most fun part. Let's record the first episode of my new Amazon earnings reaction series that I want to post on YouTube. That'll probably be the shortest video, probably only be about 15 minutes. Let's knock that out. Test, test, test. Testing, testing, testing. Okay. Today I'm reacting to an Amazon KDP earnings reel where the author shares how much she earned on Amazon over the past month. And while this author is doing an incredible job with sales, I know from experience that if she quit Amazon KDP and instead sold on her own platform, she would make way more money. So in this episode, I want to dive into what that more money actually looks like and exact strategies that she could use to do this. And I'm hoping that you're going to do the same exact thing. Okay, so I just finished recording the episode. It was 23 minutes long, so hopefully I'll be able to edit it down to about 15 minutes. Because that's kind of like what does really well on my channel. That was so much fun to record. I'm hoping that I like it. I'm gonna end up putting like a little screen here of my Zoom, which is my computer's right here. So I was basically on the computer here, and then I'll just put on Zoom here. I hope it works out. I hope it works out, and I'm gonna email the author a copy of it once I post it. and let her know that I did the video. So hopefully she'll repost it, which would get more engagement on it, because she's the girl who I found, she's very talented. Like, she's very, very talented. And wait till you guys see these numbers. Wait till you guys see these numbers. I actually contemplated maybe, oh, I can show it to you. It just finished rendering. One of the things that I thought about doing was actually building out the funnel. So in these videos, I basically look at what they earned, and then I forgot to change my glasses. Darn it, I meant to record my black glasses. But I look at what they earned, and then I make suggestions on how they could actually earn more by quitting Amazon KDP. But I just talk it through. I don't actually show it. So I was thinking of, in the episodes, I could actually show the process too. But then I was like, you know what, that would be, I just feel like the episode would be too long. And then if I'm showing them, then the viewer would not need to opt into my sales funnel, which is the whole point of me recording these videos, is to get people into my sales funnel. So, because my free 3-day Start Your Book Business Challenge shows people how to quit Amazon KDP and start their own funnel. And sell through their own funnel. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we can check that off the list. Let me show you the recording. So this is it. The author is Crystal Laughter. So I basically went through and literally did the numbers, like the number of the print cost, the number of each sale, the average amount she was making on Amazon KDP versus what she would have been making on her own website. And it was very, very startling how much more money she would make if she did it. But I'm really excited to edit this and see what it looks like coming together. All right, so that is done. I am starving already, and the day hasn't even started. It's about to be 12 o'clock. I teach office hours to my author school students on Saturdays, so we need to do that. And then hopefully we can record, oh, let me check this email. Hopefully then we can record the Profitable Author Show episode 2. Just finished our office hours. It's currently 1:00 p.m. on the dot. My mouth is a little bit parched from all of that chatting, so I'm gonna give my mouth a little break, and we are going to do our audiobook edit of Purposed. Right now, I'm on 10 minutes and 22 seconds into the edit. This chapter is chapter 6. There's 40 minutes in here. It started at 53, so we're doing better. We're, getting it down. So, and I'll show you. I'll put the phone on the phone. I'll put the camera on the screen. So if you guys want to see how editing an audiobook in Descript looks, you guys can see that. When I pull into the church parking lot, I stay in my Jeep. Parking lot. I stay in my Jeep when I pull into the church parking lot. I stay in my Jeep way longer than I should. There's so much work There's so much work for me to do, but I can't let anybody see me this way. My hands stay wrapped around the steering wheel, as if loosening my grip will let everything else fall apart. Steering wheel, as if loosening my grip will let everything else fall apart. James' voice booms from behind Tyler's desk. He sits there, in Tyler's seat, like he owns the place. Zaya, thank you for coming in. Zaya, thank you for coming in. Zaya, thank you for coming in. Can I have a moment, please? I stop mid-step and look at Tyler. He still won't meet my eyes. Ty, I ask, my voice small. Sit down, Zaya, James says again, firmer this time. I square my shoulders, resisting the urge to tell James where he can stick it, then I sit. Okay, all finished with that. So we got done 2 tasks plus office hours. I didn't put office hours on here. So now my voice is well rested. Let's record episode 2 of, what's it called again? Oh, I switched over, by the way, to my big computer. I mean, to the big monitor. My neck was starting to hurt on this little guy. What is the show called? The Profitable Author Show, that's what it's called. So I'm gonna pull up my notes. Now I'm gonna record it right on Adobe Premiere Pro. Even though for some reason Premiere Pro has like this weird glitch. Like I'm editing my audiobook, and some of the audiobook, the recordings are just gone. It just left. I don't know how that happens in Premiere. His premiere is supposed to be spot on, so I don't know what happened. All right, so this is my YouTube videos. This is the romance novel app. I also wanted to set up the app, a little bit of the app today. There's just not enough time in the day. It's fine. We're gonna get done what we can get done, and that's that. Where are my notes? Instead of looking, let me just pull up another tab. Oh, my back hurts so bad. And we're gonna go to the Profitable Author Show podcast. So this is what I've got. This is the about, and then the trailer. This is the script that I use, and then these are the outlines. So I already recorded this one. So right now I'm gonna do this one, sell your book with webinar marketing, and then tomorrow hopefully I'll do 7 ways to make money as an author. These are going to be audio only, but I've been thinking about recording the video just in case I eventually want to post the video on Spotify. Don't think I'm going to. Pretty sure I'm not going to want to. But, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to record the video because I don't want to give myself the temptation, because if you do something video, then you now have to edit the video, and I want the podcast just to be the podcast, audio. I already have a YouTube video or YouTube channel. I don't need to add video to that. So in this episode of the Profitable Author Show, in this episode of the Godwood Girl Profitable Author Show, we're going to go over how to sell your book with webinar marketing. Hey sis, welcome back to the Godwood Girl Profitable Author Show. I am so excited for today's episode because I love webinars. Webinar marketing is one of my favorite ways to make sales because you get to teach one-to-many. And if you're not somebody who likes public speaking, do not fear. I also used to hate public speaking. I took Toastmasters. I did all of these public speaking classes, and I still don't love public speaking. But webinars are different. I can't explain it, but for some reason, teaching behind the comfort of a computer screen in my own home, instead of on a stage in front of hundreds of people staring at me, it's so much better, and I absolutely love the process, and I think you're gonna love it too. If you like to teach some people, if you like to help people learn a skill, if you like to really answer questions and help make people's lives better, which I think you do because you're an author, and as authors, we solve people's problems, you're really gonna like webinar marketing. Episode is to walk you through the process of creating and teaching your own webinar, so that you can sell your books via webinar marketing and hopefully set them up as an auto funnel, as a sales funnel, so that you can be making passive income with your books as well. We are all finished, and it came out to exactly 30 minutes, which is fantastic. That's what I want my podcast episodes to do. It wasn't that difficult. And I'll say it wasn't that difficult because it's audio only, not video. That makes everything so much easier. Now it's 2:24. I gotta grab the baby from my husband. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get done the screenplay or chapter 1 of Young Christian Love, the audiobook, but we tried our hardest. And I do know I owe you 2 book reviews. I owe you The Faithful and the Fourth Wing. I can't believe I forgot the name of that book. The Fourth Wing. I owe you those book reviews, but I honestly ran out of time. I'm so sorry about that. So God willing, I'm gonna try to record a standalone video of just those book reviews, hopefully, and I'll try to put that up by Friday. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Godwood Girl vlog channel. Thank you so much for joining me for this vlog. I really, really appreciate you so much. I'm really excited at what the Lord is doing and all the opportunities He has given us as authors to literally create. I have never seen the resources available to us right now as they are. And they cost pennies. It's insanity to me that we literally have all this at our fingertips. So please comment down below. Let me know what you are working on in your author business. And Jesus willing, I will see you in the next vlog.